been nearly a full month since the Scissortails graced downtown Tulsa with their presence, but they're back home tonight. The weather is held off, and two clubs fighting for their rightful spot in the top portion of their respective conferences. It's Hartford Athletic paying a visit to FC Tulsa. Hi fans, alongside a former professional Anna Berghall, I'm Josh Haley. Glad you're with us. Both of these teams going really strong and particularly unbeaten in 5 weeks in regulation time.
Yeah, both of these teams have had a good spell over the last few weeks, and it's about this point in the season where you see these teams start to develop that chemistry, start to get more comfortable with each other, and kind of break out. So it'll be fun to see how these two teams match up.
Well, Tulsa continued their winning ways on the road last Saturday night in Corpus Christi.
Yeah, FC Tulsa, slower start to their season by their own standards, but able to get it done on the road in a tough environment. And Remy Cabral has been key for this FC Tulsa team since joining. He's had 6 goals across all competitions, 3 of those coming off of the bench. So he's been key for FC Tulsa. And on the other end, Josh, Hartford Athletic, they've had a great showing as well.
Yeah, they've been awfully strong on the road this year. In 7 matches played away from the home pitch, unbeaten in 6 of those. So FC Tulsa knows they'll have their hands full. We'll have your lineups and kickoff when we come back to One Oak Field.
You can feel it. In steady hands, in quiet rooms, in every, you're going to be okay. A beat shaped by 100 years of showing up in heart, brain, and trauma care. A place where advanced medicine meets the human heart. Because care isn't just a calling here. It's a promise we've kept for generations. Then, now, always. Ascension St. John.
Drive your career forward at the all-new Bill Knight Ford Pro Elite Commercial Sales and Service Center in Tulsa. Apply today.
Oklahoma Career Tech. It's where confidence is built.
It's more than just practice. It's developing the skills to build a successful future.
We're doing work that matters.
To more than just us.
So, when a family needs me,
When my community needs me,
when Oklahoma needs me,
I'll be ready.
What does it take to safely transport 1/3 of America's natural gas? To meet the ever-growing energy demands of revolutionary technologies? To cleanly, reliably, and affordably power the world? It takes experience. 117 years worth. Experience that helps society move towards brave new horizons in technology and innovation that continues powering the future of our nation and the globe. Experience powers us.
Today's match is brought to you by OSU Medicine. For generations, OSU Medical Center has been training the future of medicine. Located in downtown Tulsa, OSU is educating 300 residents and fellows annually in primary care and subspecialties, fulfilling the mission of improving the health of individuals in the communities we serve and beyond. Congratulations on 75 incredible years. And Ascension St. John. Ascension St. John is Tulsa's first Level 1 trauma center, the highest designation a hospital can receive for trauma care. So no matter what, no matter when, we're ready. Visit ascension.org/St. John. And by Williams, we make clean energy happen. Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place, delivering lasting pain relief. Time now to take a look at the starting lineups here tonight. First, for the home black and gold, Anna Berghall.
Yeah, FC Tulsa, Lucas Stoffer there wearing the captain's armband. He'll be important. Timbakis, the veteran goalkeeper at the back. Bailey Sparks up top, FC Tulsa. We were made aware that Remy Cabral not available tonight, but players with the opportunity to step up here and make a difference. And that's kind of been Luke Spencer's MO all season, the collective players for FC Tulsa to try to get the job done here at home.
Yeah, and 5 different goal scorers in the unbeaten streak. So it's by committee. It's not just one. The lineup for the opponent tonight, Hartford Athletic.
And Hartford Athletic, again, you mentioned how strong that they've been on the road, so expect them to come out, try to set the tempo. Brendan Burke has his team well organized. Siaha in goal, second across the league in saves with 28, so he'll be tough to beat. So FC Tulsa, from an offensive standpoint, will have their work cut out for them, as Hartford Athletic, compact, they're organized defensively, will be tough to break down.
Yeah, without a doubt. This is a team that thrives on defense, and then maybe they can catch you in a counter. But this 3-match win streak for FC Tulsa, and, you know, it was a little bit things in question early on, perhaps, maybe just by the results coming off a historic 2025 year. But when you go and you won 3 in a row, all on the road, Anna, it tells you that there was never any panic in that FC Tulsa clubhouse.
No, and, you know, when you're on the road, there's obviously teams want to play in front of their home fans, but so much good comes out of those trips because the chemistry continues to build, and so it's an opportunity for them to continue to spend time together, you know, in the bus and restaurant, and that stuff translates onto the field. And so I think now you're seeing that at this point in the season, really for all teams, because there's a lot of shuffling in the offseason. You're trying to, you know, get your best personnel together, and that was something that all of the players that were interviewed in the media kind of ahead of this week said from an FC Tulsa standpoint. They feel like they know each other. They feel like they understand kind of the different nuances on the field now, and it's coming together. So it's exciting to see, but Luke Spencer, kind of that next game up mentality, just really focused on what they can control and putting the best 11 out to make it happen. And on the other end, Hartford Athletic, as you mentioned, so strong on the road, so they'll have a tough battle, but they've been in these situations before. From a matchup standpoint, edge out FC Tulsa, so FC Tulsa will, you know, want to try to get themselves in a position to get the 3 points against a tough side.
Yeah, without a doubt. This will be the 7th all-time meeting between these two. Hartford leads the series 3-2-1 and 2-1-0 here in Tulsa. There's never been a shutout in this series, and an even maybe more bizarre stat than that, 4 of the last 5 matches have seen an own goal, including 3 by FC Tulsa. They're hoping to break that span here tonight. Weather was potentially an issue tonight, but things cleared off quite well. In fact, a lot of blue skies overhead, and a rare Friday night match. But this home crowd just happy to have their squad back home. April 25th, the last time that FC Tulsa was at home. It was in USL Cup action, and a loss in penalty kicks created some real excitement. But that was a long time ago, and now we're getting to the stretch, kind of as you alluded to earlier, Anna. You know, we're almost 3 months now into the regular season since that opener in early March, and so things start to take shape. You can't really be questioning your identity when you're at this stage. Underway at One Oak Field. Glad to have you with us tonight on ESPN Plus for USL Championship Soccer. Preventing a clearance early. Hartford Athletic and head coach Brendan Burke possessing here as the smoke clears across the field. A little bit of a breeze here tonight. Nothing that should play any significant factor. Time now to take a look at our keys to the game, presented by Case and Associates FC Tulsa.
And coming into this game, Luke Spencer has always wanted to make sure they can take advantage of counterattacks, but also manage them, exploit the space in behind as they look to clear this away as well, but just keep the pace of the game high, bring the intensity.
Headed up twice, Timbakis clears it away, and off of a volley, missed it near post. Michi Ingalina trying to direct some things on how he would like to see that played a little bit differently. You can see the pressure here, Anna, off the goal kick. Now they'll back away.
And it's not surprising, as you mentioned. I mean, both teams wanting to come into this environment and kind of set the pace. Kind of some of the keys coming into this game for Hartford. Pushing the tempo of the game was important to Brendan Burke and his staff, and kind of forcing FC Tulsa on their heels a bit, making sure they understand how to press, when to press together. So kind of tactically between these two, it'll be interesting to see how they match up here early on.
Hartford showing that they're not going to let Tulsa just be comfortable with it in the back in the early stages. And potentially open up some space on the wings here tonight, which certainly have looked a little bit different. Harvey St. Clair has not been on the field for FC Tulsa since the last time they were at home. And Owen Dom not in uniform tonight either. Sebastian Anderson waiting for the referee to finish the ground rules for this match. In case anybody didn't know, gentlemen, no shenanigans while the ball's in the air. Driven towards back post, chested down, volley is off the woodwork and cleared away. What an opportunity early, and what a strike as the offsides flag goes up after the shot. That would have counted had it have gone.
What an unbelievable opportunity here. It's always about that next ball, kind of the second ball coming down. And just the technical ability there, able to get that ball down and on frame, literally, unfortunately, for Jordan Scarlett, but a great effort here early on for Hartford.
Terrific strike. After a long wait before that ball was even played in. Kept in bounds. FC Tulsa able to find possession. Still, Delins Pierre down on the left wing. And a foul in the midfield. The referee stopping here, and he pointed over in the left wing direction. Another look.
See both players kind of battling there, but just a little bit of extracurricular from Jamie Weber, and a couple players down now from either team. Might needing some medical attention. Delins Pierre clutching his hamstring there after that last sequence.
Well, next to giving up a goal in the first few minutes, the next most nightmarish thing certainly would be seeing yet another player down on the field. There's already enough shorthandedness going on for FC Tulsa. And of course you expect to be bumped, battered, and bruised at this stage in the season already, but it just feels like some of the pieces right now that are unavailable for Tulsa tonight create some problems. And then you have Pierre, who had been playing on the wing here early on. It's a position that you've already suffered significant loss.
Yeah, never something that you like to see at this point in the season, but in talking with Luke Spencer ahead of this week's game, I mean, the MO for them has always been the team is a collective. We don't rely on one or two players, and the expectation is for those players to step up, and they view it kind of as an opportunity to show what you can do and continue to help advance your team forward. And so something that all teams have to face throughout their respective seasons, and just deal with the adversity and obviously hope nothing serious. But from an FC Tulsa standpoint, definitely not ideal. It looks like we might see a substitution here.
Indeed we will. For generations, OSU Medical Center has been training the future of medicine. Located in downtown Tulsa, OSU is educating 300 residents and fellows annually in primary care and subspecialties, fulfilling the mission of improving the health of individuals in the communities we serve and beyond. Congratulations on 75 incredible years. So Delence Pierre out and Grant Robinson into the match. Recent signee for FC Tulsa to a 25-day contract last Thursday as he made his club debut on Saturday in that win at Corpus Christi as a late sub.
Yeah, and he's another veteran, kind of built his reputation with, as that one goes wide there, really good effort. Tim Bacchus able to step up and help push that one to safety. We'll get another look here at the replay, but Hartford Athletic continuing to bring the pressure. Nice little slip ball back in behind, deflected just enough to get that one off target as players trying to establish positioning in the box.
Visitors knocking on the door early, already hitting the post. High in the air towards back post, headed back in and away. This will be another corner. Samuel Carriaga will play it short. Now sends it in. Ahead of steam. Didn't quite hit that the way he wanted to in Galena. And not on the same page. He was thinking layoff there. FC Tulsa able to get the clearance.
Looks like the referee initially playing advantage to see what would transpire from the Hartford Athletic sequence, but coming back here to address potential injury. Fans coming out in full force though. It's been raining here in Tulsa over the last few days and finally enjoying some sun.
I was disappointed when the forecast came out. It was trying to predict and tell me that we wouldn't see the sunshine for the better part of a full week, but has not been the case on this Friday afternoon. Prime soccer weather. FC Tulsa at home for the first time in nearly a month. They'll get a little dose here at home. They'll also be at home in a couple of weeks to take on San Antonio FC in another round of the Prinks Tires USL Cup. The defending USL Cup champions is this Hartford Athletic team. Feet getting tangled up. And the guilty party ruled to be Augie Williams, who scored a couple of times this year in championship play. Take another look.
Really thoughtful ball in behind, but doesn't like the call there, but just the little clip enough to warrant a foul.
It's a good job by Batista to get a foot on that, prevent that ball from being played down into the corner. And clearly they've got ideas of trying to get Augie Williams loose down that right side. Arturo Dizpe is going to switch the field. Looking to play long. Outnumbered on the run, but able to do enough is Nelson Pierre. Awards FC Tulsa a throw. haven't had the opportunity to get many touches in the final third early on. The head coach, Luke Spencer, his team playing an uneven amount of matches in championship play so far, so you can't really judge the league standings too much. But the results they've had lately, they'd like to judge themselves off of that. Winners in 3 straight. Look at the counter. A lot of numbers packed in around ball. Wherever it goes, Hartford Athletic really congesting things on that near sideline last time. And another free kick coming. You can get a great rate with Tinker Federal Credit Union on a car, truck, boat, RV, or motorcycle loan. Plus, refinance your auto loan from another institution with TFCU, and you could get a rate reduction or cash back. Visit tinkerfcu.org or a TFCU branch location for more details and to become a member with one of the nation's leading not-for-profit credit unions. Well, after seeing the early opportunity, Anna, in which they were able to head back to feet and put a volley off of the post, maybe creates a little more sense of urgency in the box for FC Tulsa this time around as this is driven in and headed away. For whatever reason, the framework has been a magnet so far this year at One Oak Field. We might have seen as many shots go off the post or the crossbar as we have actual goals.
Yeah, I know if you're a forward, it can be extremely frustrating, especially after that first effort from Hartford. The technical ability.
Chested down in the box. Service played in over the top. And that's well cut off defensively. Jordan Scarlett will initially turn it away and defend Nelson Pierre 1v1. Lucas Stauffer on the throw. Headed away by Scarlett. Grant Robinson, the only man back, and all the way back to the keeper. The win at Corpus Christi last Saturday. One of the most decorated keepers in USL history, Alex Tambakis, his 59th career shutout. That ball knuckling out of bounds. I'll mention the recent signing of Grant Robinson, who comes on earlier than expected here tonight as Delins Pierre was taken off due to injury. But what are you doing as a teammate to kind of get comfortable and realize, okay, how do we use Grant Robinson? How do we find out where he wants the ball and where he's best in the attack?
Thankfully, from an FC Tulsa standpoint, I mean, Grant Robinson is a veteran. He's been there, he's been around, so he kind of knows, you know, what it takes to be successful in this league, but it's something that is tough to balance. I mean, you come in on a short-term contract trying to get integrated into the team, but all good players want to do what they can to be successful from a team perspective. So I think you just try to understand in training, good communication is super important, and just the level of respect. And FC Tulsa, you know, needing at the time a player like him to come in and help continue the success that they've had over these last few games. So it's tough. I mean, I'm not going to lie, coming in on a short term and trying to make a difference, but players of the caliber that they are and how to incorporate each other, it's possible as they're on the attack here now.
Near disaster. There's a player falling down as they try to get the build up, but a good touch into some space. Now a ball through. And FC Tulsa has earned their first Katrina Freshmax corner kick of the evening.
And that's the creativity that you want to see from FC Tulsa. Really thoughtful slip pass in behind, great run to stay on side there. Maybe the touch allowed Hartford Athletic to get compressed and compact quickly. Nonetheless, results in a corner kick opportunity here and an opportunity for Weber to send in a dangerous ball in for his team.
Hit in low, right back out, and they'll do it again. This Hartford Athletic team has been about as stingy as anybody in the league, especially as of late. Shutouts in 3 of their last 4 matches. Batista over the top. Definitely got a head to it, but they said it also touched Jordan Scarlett on the way down and out.
Lamar Batista, just his size and frame, as you see, kind of rising up over. There is that touch. I think Scarlett arguing there, maybe he was up and over a bit too much. Nonetheless, referee down in the 6-yard box, just trying to kind of calm things down here.
Another Katrina Freshmax corner, the 3rd now, all in this same sequence. As Jamie Weber saying, let's get it sorted out, fellas. I've got things to do. Able to turn past his man. Oh, that's terrific goalkeeping by Anthony Siaha. Able to keep that in bounds. And remember, the entire ball has got to be over the line. Heads up play by Siaha, saying enough of the corners.
And leading up to that, really well read by Hartford Athletics. The defense, the short corner, really had no opportunity. I think we'll get another look here. FC Tulsa fans arguing that ball was over the line, but as you said, Josh, the entire ball needs to go over. I think you're right. Great goalkeeping there to keep that one in play.
Yeah, if so much as one stitch of that ball is still touching that white line, then Siaha is well within his right. Not quite the clearance that they were hoping for. And coming over the back is Barry Coffey.
Get a quick look at
the head man, Brendan Burke. What a terrific job he's done, and this program on the rise without a doubt, Anna.
Yeah, definitely. He's been a big kind of culture setter for this Hartford team.
Trying to redirect. There on the header, Alonzo Clark. Now they won a team record 13 matches last year, and as we just mentioned, the USL Cup Championship as well.
Also reached the playoffs for the first time, so that kind of becomes the expectation. And Brendan Burke, I mean, his ability to kind of turn around this club and create a really competitive group here. Solid start to the season, putting themselves in a good position to have another great season.
Yeah, with how they've played so far and how they're playing recently, no reason for them not to have the belief that they could be one of the teams vying for a championship in late November. Player down for Hartford. Augie Williams.
It's a tough challenge. I think both players eyes up on the ball there, but Williams definitely took a knock to the head. Referee rightfully stopping play. Always want to double check if there's ever a head injury there.
In case you weren't with us at the start of the broadcast, FC Tulsa a little bit banged up without some key pieces. Remy Cabral, who had netted 4 goals in the last 4 matches, not available here tonight. Amongst others, Owen Dom. Adewale Obalola for Hartford Athletic, a key piece missing tonight as well. Not a whole lot there, but the referee saw enough.
That's tough from that angle. You can't really tell how much he engaged there. Ian did not like the call, but referee firm in the decision is Hartford Athletic. Dangerous, trying to get around the outside there. And a key opportunity here. Likely treat this like a corner.
Sebastian Anderson, who off a free kick from near midfield, already creating 1 chance. Different scenario here. There's a lot of space there initially at the top of the box, and Lucas Stoppers is going to be there to close it down. Curled in towards back post and headed out for a goal kick.
Something FC Tulsa will have to be mindful of. Hartford Athletic, we've seen so far in this match, have been able to put together a few dangerous set pieces. Obviously, the knockdown that ended up hitting the crossbar, but then in and around the 18. Just want to be thoughtful, not giving up any errant free kicks in a dangerous area.
That ball got punted way back in as it was cleared way out and promptly returned back on to the field of play. One in the air strongly by Dispay. Whistled against Bailey Sparks. Ascension St. John is proud to care for our community on and off the field. Trusted for 100 years. We're here for every goal, every game, every step of the way. Visit us at ascension.org/St. John. Losing possession in the corner. Weber and FC Tulsa looking to build. Things getting chippy. Foul in the midfield. Free kick will belong to FC Tulsa. Now, when you're playing teams from your same conference, you kind of build up some scouting reports and maybe some mental notes as a player, but playing a team from the East that you don't see but once a year, there's an unfamiliarity perhaps there. Are you still trying to collect intel on players, what their skill sets, what their tendencies might be as the match goes along?
Sure. I mean, I think there's always an element of that. I mean, this is only their 6th ever meeting between the two, and it's really been pretty even over the course of the times that they've played. And we've talked about kind of the changes that happen in off season and teams still kind of developing that chemistry and finding their own just about at this point in the season. So it's tough. It's tough to kind of understand. And obviously we've had injuries, so coaches, may not know exactly who's on the field at what time, but nonetheless, the here and now, FC Tulsa, Hartford Athletic, both solid teams and trying to find their way to the 3 points for a non-conference foe here.
With some differences in personnel compared to what these two are used to, if you're one of those players that's filling that spot or stepping in, playing a bigger role, getting more minutes as a result of those injuries, do you have to harness yourself at all as to say, I'm in there for a reason, I've got to be myself, not try to go out and be somebody else or a better version of myself than what I've been?
Definitely. I mean, there's always that level of pressure. You want to showcase yourself in a way that earns you more minutes from an individual perspective, but I think, both of these teams have the depth to where you'd hope in those times of injury you have players that step up and keep the level the same, if not, improve it, because maybe there is that little extra fire in you to step in and try to make a case for yourself. So there's always that in whatever league, whatever sport that you're playing in. But I think Luke Spencer said it to the media midweek. It's just something that's part of the game and the collective, and all teams kind of face that adversity.
Just outside of the box. Good sportsmanship there between Ingalina and Weber.
This was a really good header, and behind you saw the run coming in, but just a step off, and then they get a bit tangled there, but great idea.
Difficult ball to try to chip into the corner. You can enter the Prinks Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Scan the QR code on screen and enter today. couple of opportunities early on for Hartford, including hitting the post once off of a volley in the first 5 minutes. FC Tulsa had a sequence with multiple corner kicks in a short amount of time, but nothing able to come of it. And none the wiser here 32 minutes into the match. Deflection back. Tambakis paying attention. Quick to pounce and clear it away.
Hartford's done a really good job this game of kind of pressing the tempo as they knew that they wanted to, coming in and creating chances. They've had the lone shot on goal. As you mentioned, they hit the frame, and then this is another good opportunity. Not, you know, perfectly executed the way that they would want, but dangerous ball across the face of goal and leads to, I believe, a long throw here. An opportunity to set another ball in.
Curled in first time, headed down. Tambakis up to the task.
Really great header. It's going to be tough to generate enough power from that distance, the top of the 18, to beat a veteran keeper like Tambakis. But again, Hartford Athletic doing really well, piecing things together in and around the 18 to put FC Tulsa on their heels a bit.
That was deflected, and the throw-in will belong to FC Tulsa according to the AR, but no, the referee overrules it. Headed up a couple of times, and a foul in the box. Be sure to turn to the CBS Sports Network on May 23rd for a USL Championship Eastern Conference Showdown. Rhode Island FC hosts newcomer Brooklyn FC at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Catch all the action on the CBS Sports Network this Saturday. The Brooklyn FC team, the most recent opponent for Hartford. And a 2-0 victory for this athletic squad on the road. Spencer telling his guys where he wants them. You see the blue wristband there worn by the officials. Throughout May, pro officials are once again supporting Huntington's disease, Society of America's drive to increase awareness of the fight against Huntington's disease.
Yeah, and in memory of Terry Vaughn, who was a highly respected referee, continued to officiate at a high level with the disease. So really nice gesture across the pro referees to bring awareness.
A long refereeing career for him. The Iowa native learned that he had the gene that caused HD when he was 30, but did not let his fight with the disease prevent him from achieving his goals. Inside the final 10 minutes of regulation of this first half. Tambakis hit first time. You can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Looking to chip over the top, just over the head of Nelson Pierre, who was onside.
Really good idea from FC Tulsa as they're still looking for their first shot on goal here in this game. Had a few opportunities like that where it's been dangerous for a bit, but just haven't really been able to connect and execute on the back end. And well defended by Hartford as they've just consistently been really tough to break down, as we knew coming into this game that they would be.
Yeah, the head coach, Brendan Burke, said our focus is on remaining connected and committed defensively. It's led to shutouts in 3 of their last 4 matches. A good battle there. Samuel Carriaga nearly one possession back despite being outnumbered 3-1.
Get a look here at that last chance from FC Tulsa. Ian all the way up from the back. Tries to connect in the box there with Pierre, but just overhits it.
Again onside as Pierre runs on and fouled in the back. Going back to that replay we just saw, Anna, and clearly
get a quick look at that last sequence here. I think that's tough. You see kind of the 50-50 battle nature of it, but referee deemed just a little bit extra from Pierre. And we've really seen a few instances like that throughout the evening. It's been physical, just trying to establish space.
From 32,000 miles of infrastructure today to the energy innovations of tomorrow, connecting people to power and communities to their future. Williams, we make clean energy happen. Trying his luck on a run, and it's in. Tambakis shoots off his line, though unable to secure it.
Really good diagonal ball played for Hartford Athletic. I mean, kind of had the ability to slow the game down to a lull, playing across the back line, and then finding that quick ball. And again, the physicality of this game here as referee issues a yellow card for Hartford. And Coffee will go into the book here.
Alonzo Clark exploring the options. Working in tight quarters on the sideline. Throw-in will stay with FC Tulsa. See the young Bailey Sparks playing up in that left forward attacking position. How much does his confidence have to be growing right now? As he's already found the back of the net once this year, but a young player like that.
And this is kind of his opportunity as Hartford ultimately clears this one away, but Bailey Sparks was one of the exciting players coming in for FC Tulsa.
Let's go back to that previous chance in the box that FC Tulsa had. How much are you just trying to read the body language here of the player who's making the run to know how to play this ball?
Yeah, I mean, you see the hand go up, you're as a player, and that's what we're talking about with the chemistry piece. You're still trying to understand kind of where the runs are going, especially at this point in the season, and just have those connections and read that body language. So it's important, something that teams at this point in the season still trying to connect, and FC Tulsa still trying to execute here as well as they're looking for that first shot on goal.
All things getting dicey now in the box. Well, the tension had been building here for some time towards the waning stages of this first half. As Batista just puts his arm around the player to hold on and then looks to the referee with a smile to say, there's nothing malicious here.
Throughout the first half, there's definitely been some kind of off-the-ball exchanges. It's been physical between these two teams as we expected, and referee just trying to keep things under control. Kind of let that play out for a little bit there. Ultimately, I think issues a yellow card to each side.
Pierre and Macangila going in the books. And now Lucas Stopper can finally have the throw. In the box, a handball and a penalty coming for FC Tulsa.
It's a really tough break for Hartford Athletic. You saw the ball definitely hit the hand on that last sequence, but it's really hard. It happens so quickly as a defender. You're trying to keep your hands in, trying to not allow something like that to happen. And if those arms are in what is deemed kind of an unnatural position or away from the body, it leaves room for an opportunity like this, and referee makes the call and gives an opportunity here really against the run of play from a goal scoring perspective. Hartford Athletic has had more of the chances, with FC Tulsa having to settle for opportunities kind of in and around the 18, but a key chance here, and it looks like Weber will step up with the responsibility.
Jamie Weber indeed was not part of the penalty shootout last time for Tulsa at home. Weber got a hand to it, but not enough, and FC Tulsa strikes first.
Weber taking the responsibility for FC Tulsa and executing it when it counts. Stepped up with confidence there. Goalkeeper chose the right way, but enough power generated by Weber. And FC Tulsa hasn't had as much of the possession in the first half. They hadn't had many opportunities, no shots on goal up until this point. And Weber puts just enough on it to sneak that one into the far post and put FC Tulsa on the board first.
918 Maples goal is the second of the year for Jamie Weber. The fourth official did indicate before that there would be a minimum of 3 minutes of Tulsa Tech stoppage time added in this first half. That's why the smart play at any level of soccer is always the instruction. Hit it low, hit it hard, and try to tuck it inside one of the posts. And even if the keeper guesses right, it's still hard to save, as it was shown there. Siaha did everything correctly, but still not able to keep it out of the back of the net.
Yeah, Hartford Athletic trying to respond here. Obviously, a great time to score as any time, but really timely heading into halftime from a momentum perspective. So if FC Tulsa can hang on to this heading into halftime, it bodes well for them. But Hartford with a good opportunity here to potentially equalize.
Played in, somehow snuck in behind everyone, and Tim Bacchus closed down the lane. Tim Bacchus is down as he took a point-blank shot. Looked like it got him right in the chest.
I think got the wind completely knocked out of him. Really brave goalkeeping and well thought out set piece here as Hartford Athletic. Great weight on that pass. Yeah, Tim Bacchus makes himself big and just takes one right in the midsection, just completely knocks the air out of him.
Well, the veteran from Greece, he's taken shots of all different shapes and sizes and velocity levels. But you could tell he was gasping for every last ounce of air he could get after that one right in the midsection. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. As we reach the end of the first half, FC Tulsa gets a late penalty kick opportunity off a handball in the box. Jamie Weber converts. And when the dust settles, it's the home team in front, 1-0.
Hey, Luke Spencer will be pleased heading into halftime, up a goal. Weber, the difference maker and the goal scorer for FC Tulsa in the first half, but they'll definitely want to ride that momentum as Hartford Athletic put together a solid first half, but just didn't have a goal to show for it.
We'll step aside, have lots more to come from One Oak Field after this.
Back was hurting a lot
of cricks in my neck.
Lower back completely went out.
and everything hurt all at once.
You need to go to Tulsa Spine and Rehab, see Dr. Riley.
He does an adjustment and I feel great after.
Each patient just gets 110% attention, no matter what they're here for or how long they're here.
When I leave here, I always feel so much better.
I feel stronger than I did before.
I'm happier, I feel better.
The reason that I have to stay well.
Cada decisión importa, especialmente cuando se trata de tu familia y tu futuro. Los procesos migratorios pueden ser complicados, pero no tienes que enfrentarlos solo. En Rivas y Asociados estamos aquí para orientarte y acompañarte en cada paso del camino, porque tus sueños merecen atención y cuidado. Rivas y Asociados, empoderando inmigrantes y construyendo futuros. Llama hoy.
For most people, a job is just a job. But for skilled trades professionals, it's something more. It's a way of life. At Tulsa Welding School, we believe in the trades, the skilled trades. And we believe that being a skilled trades professional isn't just a choice. It's a badge of honor that burns bright, strong, and proud. A way of life, a badge of honor.
This is the Williams halftime report. FC Tulsa leading Hartford Athletic 1-0. We're back for more after this from One Oak Field.
Speaking of the man of the match, well, there Brooklyn gets one back.
Doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines. From early mornings to late nights. From fun with friends to winner takes all. From the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
I truly give everything that I can for them.
It's like, all right, we're in this and we're gonna go for it.
Esto es la porra, this is who we are.
Everybody here during the Heartbeat, having everybody in the stadium do that was just killer.
FC Tulsa is back home for Route 66 night. On Saturday, June 6th at 7:30 p.m., we're celebrating 100 years of Route 66 with a shirt giveaway for the first 1,000 fans and a brand new jersey debut. And catch all the goals and electric energy of your own pro soccer team right here in Tulsa. Plus, meet the players after the game and catch an incredible post-game fireworks show. Cheer on your squad and enjoy the best live sports in the city. Get tickets from $16 at fctulsa.com.
Back in Tulsa, it's halftime. FC Tulsa with a 1.
It is halftime in the USL Championship. We hope you're enjoying the match. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at some of the headlines from the championship. Through 2 rounds of the Prinks Tires USL Cup, 5 championship clubs are a perfect 2-0 and lead their respective groups. Louisville City has racked up a tournament-high 8 goals so far, while Charleston and Tampa Bay own 6 goals each. And group leaders Sacramento and Colorado Springs have yet to allow a goal in the competition. Sporting Jacks defeated Sarasota Paradise in the USL Cup, earning its first ever victory. And it was a double cup matchup week for Sporting Jacks, who went on to grab a point in a 1-1 draw with FC Naples. The World Cup rosters are taking shape, and a pair of USL Championship players have earned call-ups to Haiti's national team. Colorado Springs switchbacks Duke Lacroix has made 6 appearances for Haiti, while Carl Sante from El Paso Locomotive has played in more than 20 matches for his national team. Upcoming national spotlight games on CBS Sports Network: Sporting Jacks in San Antonio next Wednesday, and a big one between Louisville City and Tampa Bay Rowdies on the 30th, and another tough test for the Rowdies against Charleston Battery on June 10th. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
Drive your career forward at the all-new Bill Knight Ford Pro Elite Commercial Sales and Service Center in Tulsa. Apply today.
When I come home, it's like I feel like I'm in my dream home. I've been doing a little research on HELOCs, and I went to Oklahoma Central Credit Union. They were wonderful. We've added pretty much a new addition to our house. We didn't even have to pay the closing cost. They paid it for us. So I've been with Oklahoma Central for quite a while. I'm not going anywhere else.
What does it take to safely transport 1/3 of America's natural gas? To meet the ever-growing energy demands of revolutionary technologies? To cleanly, reliably, and affordably power the world? It takes experience. 117 years worth. Experience that helps society move towards brave new horizons in technology and innovation that continues powering the future of our nation and the globe. Experience powers us.
Today's match is brought to you by OSU Medicine. For generations, OSU Medical Center has been training the future of medicine, located in downtown Tulsa. OSU is educating 300 residents and fellows annually in primary care and subspecialties, fulfilling the mission of improving the health of individuals in the communities we serve and beyond. Congratulations on 75 incredible years. And by Williams, we make clean energy happen. And Ascension St. John. Illness and injuries don't wait, neither do we. Ascension St. John has got you covered. Visit us at ascension.org/St. John. Let's take a look at our highlights from the first 45 minutes, Anna.
Hartford Athletic came in and really wanted to set the tone in this game and did just that. Jordan Scarlett with an unbelievable strike hits the frame. Tim Bacchus, thankful for that, but it was that second ball, the knockdown, and just inches away from an incredible goal there, and would have really changed the dynamic of this game early on. They had another great chance, kind of the distance header, generated a ton of power, but tough to beat Tim Bacchus from that distance. And then really against the run of play, handball called in the box, and Jamie Weber for FC Tulsa steps up with his second goal of the season. Calm, with confidence, goalkeeper with a touch, but not enough to push that one away, and FC Tulsa finds themselves in front here at halftime.
1-0, and they will take it. Certainly they can run with that. Your stats from the first half, you see the shots, very one-sided. Shots on target included. They also hit the post once. and the possession number really in a big way on the visiting side.
And that's something that FC Tulsa, they've had moments in the past where they've been comfortable and successful not having a ton of possession, but want to be more productive in and around the 18, because that's where they lived most of the time. The shot on target is the penalty kick. That was their only opportunity on goal. So heading into the second half, I mean, this Hartford Athletic team is not going to lie down. They had a ton of opportunities in the first half. So I'd expect in the second half, Luke Spencer trying to organize his team to find that second goal quickly, because Brendan Burke and Hartford Athletic, known for their defensive qualities, have the ability to score and will want to fight back quickly here to find the equalizer.
Let's take a look at your USL Team of the Week, and it includes, from Hartford Athletic, Samuel Carriaga. Coach of the Week, Sean McCauley from Indy 11. And somebody trying to step up and be the difference maker in this second half as well to maybe find their way to the Week 11 USL Team of the Week. And these two have never had a shutout in the all-time series. This is the 7th all-time meeting. FC Tulsa thinking, hey, we can change all that here tonight. These fans plenty pleased, though, with the home team who hasn't been here in almost a month. Plenty pleased with the fact that they're in front right now, 1-0. The number that matters at the end of the night.
And FC Tulsa fans obviously got a treat last season with the unbelievable performance, Western Conference champions, and those expectations kind of carried over into this season for FC Tulsa, and by their own standards, not the ideal start to the season, but as we've mentioned, the past few games have kind of found their own and started to find their rhythm, having to deal with injuries here or there, but in this game, finding themselves in front at the moment despite kind of the changes in personnel that have been required. But this Hartford Athletic team will be tough and expect to come out strong here when this second half gets going.
Fans, don't forget to enter the Prinks Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Simply scan the QR code on screen and enter today. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. No subs at halftime here tonight, Anna. That's an unusual thing, but as mentioned, both teams are a little bit shorthanded. It doesn't mean that they don't have more than capable players over there on the bench that we might see at some point, but they're just going to stick with what they had. There was one sub in the first half for FC Tulsa as Delins Pierre left early with an injury, and so they brought on the newcomer Grant Robinson playing in just his second match. Underway in the second half in downtown Tulsa.
And I think if you're Brendan Burke, I mean, no substitutions, and not shocking to me in a sense that they had a solid first half. They controlled most of the possession. They were organized defensively. They created chances. They were getting behind FC Tulsa's defense at times. But obviously, the unfortunate kind of break defensively resulting in the handball and the penalty kick opportunity for FC Tulsa. So a lot was working for Hartford Athletic, but just weren't able to execute in front of goal. So I imagine that was likely the message at halftime from Brendan Burke. Just keep doing what you're doing. Eventually results will come. So we'll see how FC Tulsa is able to combat that here in the early goings.
It will be something to keep the eye on, without a doubt. Hartford was not shy about applying pressure in the back in the first half either. Clark trying to shield the attacker away. And a foul whistled. Well, if you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Giorgio Kaczewski, one of those holding mid positions for FC Tulsa. This FC Tulsa team, one thing that's promising for them with this 1-0 lead right now, and Coach Luke Spencer, they haven't allowed more than one goal in regulation time in 5 consecutive matches, Anna.
And that was kind of a point of emphasis that they mentioned defensively, kind of that chemistry piece that they started to really develop that, obviously from an offensive standpoint and scoring more goals, but defensively feeling more solid. They felt like the leadership was really strong. And a lot of that comes from the returning players as well. Lamar Batista, a big point in that, in his experience last year that kind of carries over into this year. And then Tim Bacchus' addition has been really important.
It's a hold your breath moment playing to the back, but one that they did with confidence. And Tim Bacchus stayed calm to clear it away. Galina working 1v1, now into the box against multiple defenders, still on ball. His shot deflected away by Weber, and now deflected out. A corner coming.
An opportunity coming up on the corner, and the physicality piece of this game has been a theme. It's settled down a little bit in the start of this second half, but something the referee will certainly have to watch on this corner kick as players kind of try to establish their positioning.
Anderson curled in. Some space for Bailey Sparks. Continues on the run and earns a throw in. Well, for a young player like Bailey Sparks, I would think that sequences like that, where you're able to be strong and have some hold-up play and a sense of presence about you, would build the confidence maybe as much as anything early on in a career.
Definitely. I mean, coming in wanting to make an impact immediately for FC Tulsa, and has just the energy that he brings, but also just the work rate off of the ball, and an opportunity for him to really be an impact player for FC Tulsa.
Off the volley. Wallow the bar. That will draw a free kick.
Get a look at that last kind of sequence. FC Tulsa trying to clear away, and you can kind of understand both of the arguments there. That was a tough challenge. Cleat coming in high. Nonetheless, referee makes a call, and FC Tulsa will take the free kick. I believe Hartford Athletics bench was issued a yellow card there.
Every decision matters, especially when it comes to your family. Rivas and Associates are here to guide you and support you every step of the way. Rivas and Associates, empowering immigrants and building futures. Coming off the line. Now this Hartford team, they had gone through a little bit of a stretch of being held off the scoreboard after a 5-match scoreless streak across all competitions. They've responded with back-to-back victories and scoring twice in each of the last 2. But you can see there's a sense of urgency here. When it's a dead ball, they're eagerly wanting to get it back into play. Not going to see as much thoughtfulness or time consumption here in the second half. Not as long as they're down 1-0.
And their defense is what's really, you know, kind of established the identity of their team, but has kept them in those close games and kept them in the mix. And now the dynamic changes for them as they have to chase this game a bit. And FC Tulsa in the first half really didn't have many opportunities, and kind of against the run of play found themselves with a chance on the penalty kick. So if you're Hartford Athletic, feel a bit, you know, slighted in a sense that didn't have a goal to show for your first half performance, but now will have to be more attacking minded, have to take more risks going forward.
Good first touches here to keep possession. Lapa plays back. Now the captain, Lucas Stauffer. Waiting for things to develop the way he wants to see them before firing it into the mixer. Macheski right back in. Clark with the sliding challenge and will be issued a yellow. It was close as Clark tried to get the foot to the ball.
Happened really quickly in transition there. A couple things referees considering there. It's a promising attack happening. Bit of a, wasn't necessarily blatant, but maybe reckless there. It was tough to see it happen so quickly, but referee ultimately stopping play with Hartford with pace heading back the other way. As you mentioned, the urgency that they need to try to find this equalizer. But now with a set piece opportunity to dump this ball into the box, potentially important for FC Tulsa to be aware of where players are in that second ball and that knockdown.
Second yellow card of the season for Alonzo Clark. Curled in towards the penalty spot, headed away by Batista. First time ball, back in and over the bar. Out for an FC Tulsa goal kick. eFootball is here. You can live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. amongst close quarters and outnumbered Weber. For a moment, looked like he was going to be able to keep possession for the black and gold, but a foul instead whistled against him. Box and easily shielded out for another goal kick. This Hartford team has been awfully strong on the road this year, earning the second most points in the league away from home. 8 points in USL Championship play. And when you can get the results away from home, is that reason to believe as much as any that, hey, we're capable of being around in the mix when you get deep into the postseason?
Definitely. I mean, obviously you want to get points wherever you can, but always have to go on the road. The USL Championship, the competitiveness of this league just continues to get better and better. So any points on the road, and Hartford trying to find the equalizer here to potentially add to that tally.
It was a good initial first touch by Ingalina. But the cross, too much power and out for another goal kick. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Ian heads it away. Trying to find space. Prestis. Not on the same wavelengths there. I'm trying to play a through ball. In as few as 7 months, you could be a trained welder, HVAC refrigeration technician, or electrician. You can learn more at tws.edu. That's tws.edu. Captain bounce. Weber looking to go 1-2. So just some 30 minutes remaining in regulation. Still 1-0 FC Tulsa. A first half stoppage time penalty kick converted by Jamie Weber for his second goal of the season. Right now the difference in the match. Bruno Lapa. Volleyed across, headed on, and in for Alonzo Clark.
Bruno Lapa has just been creative. He's been in the mix. He's been creating chances for FC Tulsa. And Alonzo Clark on the backside executes with his head and just is able to sneak away. Hartford Athletic kind of losing sight of where he was. And a header with authority, and we'll get another look at it here. Just plays a dangerous ball across the face of goal, but Alonzo Clark all alone. And a breakdown defensively for Hartford Athletic, uncharacteristic from them, and Alonzo Clark not going to miss from there and extending FC Tulsa's lead.
His first professional goal. Signed with FC Tulsa prior to this 2026 season and coming from the back line to head one in.
And if you're Luke Spencer, I mean, that's exactly what you want to see. Different players stepping up to get on the score sheet, make a difference. And FC Tulsa fans loving it here. Looks like a couple substitutions will be made.
Emmanuel Samadia coming on for TJ Prestis. Sadat Anaku coming on for Barry Coffey. Eighth different goal scorer this year for FC Tulsa in USL Championship stats. So you talked about this being about the system and the process, Anna, and even with some key pieces being missed here tonight. Players like Alonzo Clark able to step in and create the offense necessary, and now a 2-0 advantage.
And that's the system that Luke Spencer kind of builds and requires of his players to come and buy into. It's not built around one or two players to score a ton of goals. It's really trying to fit everyone in. Whoever's playing the best that week will play, which lends well. And you get a look at goal scorer Alonzo Clark, and he credited kind of the players around him, Lamar Batista, Ian, for really, you know, integrating him into the team. He said it was tough. The environment in FC Tulsa, high standards, you want to make an impact. And midweek, really just a testament to the culture of this FC Tulsa team. As he mentioned, they've just helped him get up to speed, helped him improve, and neat to see him score a goal after all of the work he's done.
Bruno Lapa with his first assist in USL Championship play. Did have one in the Open Cup. That time it was the keeper, Siaha, coming forward to clear it away. Nelson Pierre, a lot of space. Robinson gets the overlapping run, plays it that way. Kocheski curled in. Too easy for the keeper, Siaha. A good win in the air by Alonzo Clark. Carriaga whistled for the foul in the back. Ian on the free kick. Looking to find feet out of the back, and a player down on the far sideline for FC Tulsa. Might have caught a hand to the face on that little 1-2 on the sideline. Bailey Sparks back up. Now a ball crossed in. Still not out of trouble. Out swinging back post. Robinson getting a touch to it. And we'll see another sub for Hartford. There's another player down as well. Saw one down for each side just a moment ago. That's Arturo Dispe.
Players down have an opportunity for players to reset, get a quick drink, and really leading up to this stoppage was some of the better combination play we've seen from Hartford Athletic, especially in this second half. Kind of that push forward, one-touch passing, trying to find some success on the outside. But just that final kind of pass wasn't executed the way that they wanted it to, but more of that is needed from Brendan Burke's side if they want to start chipping away at this deficit here.
Bill Knight Ford Pro Elite is here, from a name you've trusted for almost 2 decades, a commercial sales and service center to serve the hard-working businesses of our state is opening this March. Visit BillKnightFordProElite.com for details. A lot of bodies in and around the box. And trying to have it go from distance. Carriaga sends it over. Jordan Scarlett, the mainstay and captain and on the team a season ago that made history. Record for points, wins, and reaching the playoffs for the first time. Second-year head coach Luke Spencer led Tulsa to the Western Conference title and the USL Championship game a season ago. Header just barely redirected right after the cross. And now Robinson able to clear it away.
Really well defended from Hartford Athletic. Kind of relieve that initial pressure, switch the point of attack.
Into the box. Clark there at the last second to close the door. Samadia will play it all the way back. Tulsa staying organized, content with allowing Hartford to possess.
Especially now at this point in the game, as long as they're not advancing forward. As you mentioned, kind of force Hartford Athletic to push the envelope as they opt to go direct here.
in the box. A yellow card issue as Tulsa trying to race out on the counter. They have done a good job putting bodies in front of shots tonight as the yellow issued to Arturo Disbay.
In transition, I believe it was Bailey Sparks trying to go quickly, knew the contact was coming, gets the touch, and then just really strong challenge coming through. Disbay didn't argue. Sparks still down after that last play.
Bailey Sparks still down for FC Tulsa. Give both teams a chance to hydrate. Let's go back to the start of this match and an early opportunity for Hartford.
And this really just shows you how these small moments change the dynamic of this game. This was early on in the match, off the crossbar from Scarlett. And then later in the first half, the handball, really tough break for Hartford Athletic, but well executed for FC Tulsa, who hadn't had a shot on goal in the first half, but found a way to get it done, heading into halftime with the lead. And then the most recent goal, Bruno Lapa finding Clark on the back post. So it just shows you how quickly things can change and just the dynamic. If that first shot goes in from Scarlett, completely changes the dynamic of this game, and FC Tulsa just being resilient and finding a way to continue to get points on the board here.
Nelson Pierre will come off for FC Tulsa. Giordano Coley will come on. Coley to make his third appearance in USL Championship competition this season. Three-match win streak for FC Tulsa on the line here tonight, and they're unbeaten in 5 straight in regulation.
Substitution coming in at the 75th minute for Tulsa. Number 20, Giordano Coley replaces number 19, Nelson Pierre.
Coley signed with FC Tulsa ahead of last season. Coming from Perth Glory. Made 40 professional appearances across all competitions a season ago, including all 4 playoff matches. 3 goals, 3 assists in 2025. Header flicked on. Tambakis off the line to secure it. FC Tulsa will play out of the back. Lamar Batista. Good ball to midfield. Not able to be settled cleanly. Hartford knowing they could climb as high as second in the Eastern Conference standings with a win here tonight. But right now they're just trying to find the back of the net once to give themselves some momentum and a chance at maybe coming out of here with a point.
And they've had good spells of possession here in the second half. We've seen them kind of decide to go a bit more direct, kind of catch FC Tulsa on their heels. You've seen the flick on balls, trying to find an opportunity to break through. But Tambakis and just the experience that he's had, he's been pretty solid back there for FC Tulsa. Has come up big in a couple moments. And another set piece opportunity here that they'll have to be disciplined and organized defensively for FC Tulsa if they want to hang on to their lead.
Sebastian Anderson. Oh, it was there for the taking. Somehow able to sneak loose in the box was Britton Fisher coming forward from the back line. He'd like to have that opportunity back.
Yeah, if you find yourself with some space running on towards goal, he was going to have to do a bit of work. So he had to wait for the ball just a bit, but have to put that one on frame. Try to force Tambakis to make a save there.
That takes a deflection. And a foul whistled as Alonzo Clark called for impeding there. Michi Ingalina, the man who took the tumble. Well, from 32,000 miles of infrastructure today to the energy innovations of tomorrow, connecting people to power and communities to their future, Williams, we make clean energy happen.
Hartford Athletic has had multiple set-piece opportunities, and this is what led to that. You see, I believe it was Ian there just blocking the runner. Pretty blatant. Referee makes the easy call there.
Tambakis on his toes.
It was well struck on frame with pace, and Tambakis fortunate as he spills that Hartford Athletic hadn't made it far enough to challenge, but on the break here again.
Like the decision there, though, to have a go, and why not?
We'll get another look at that last chance. Long range effort generates a lot of power, and that's where you have to have runners crashing the box quickly. In the event the keeper spills, and does, but Tambakis able to pounce on it quickly.
FC Tulsa forcing the turnover. Stopper in the box. Has a go. But right at Siaha. That pressure forcing a mistake in the back kind of led to a lot of opportunities early on in this 2026 campaign for FC Tulsa.
That's something they like to do, and when they can all be kind of aligned in the pressing cues together, it can create a lot of opportunities off of turnovers, as you saw there, as Hartford Athletics still trying to respond. Plays the ball in the box, but FC Tulsa's defense has stayed pretty disciplined, making it tough for any clear-cut opportunities.
Both teams struggling to possess. Desperation touches. And still there for the taking in the midfield. Hard tumble to the ground. Going for that ball by Jamie Weber, who's holding the back of his head. And the official forced to stop play.
That's one of those where Weber goes up, maybe gets the slightest of touches. I think it's a right no call, but you saw when he landed there, the back of the head really hit the turf. And that's why the referee's stopping play, make sure on a head injury, and there's a bit of pushing and shoving out of frame here on the end with Tim Bacchus and a few different players, and referee's just trying to calm things down.
FC Tulsa, including tonight, 8 goals in their last 3 USL Championship matches. And Grant Robinson in just his second match for the Scissortails, and the first in USL Championship play. Came on early tonight for Delence Pierre. And he and Sadat Anaku having an argument over which team's home stadium has the best concession. Give some time for Jamie Weber to get refueled.
Head coach Luke Spencer, he's always had a pretty even keel, focused style of leadership, and that's what FC Tulsa needs at this point. There's been a lot of kind of pushing and shoving and kind of the mental game, and it's all about game management at this point in the game. Want to make sure they can keep a level head, manage the game through, maintain the clean sheet, and give these FC Tulsa fans the 3 points at home is always the goal.
Low ball played in, deflected, redirected. Dangerous, but just out of reach from Anaku, who has 1 goal on the year in championship play. Andres Hernandez, the man who played the dangerous ball in. Headed away from trouble. And out for a corner kick.
Again, the shoving and pushing in the box results in a yellow card. We'll confirm who that was issued to. Looks like it might have been Scarlett.
Indeed it was. Sebastian Anderson, the man who had the assist on the game-winning goal in the final of last year's USL Cup, who's been dangerous on the set pieces tonight. Fires in that corner, but the whistle blew. The play stops, so he'll get another shot. Now, the way these two have gone at it here tonight, Anna, you'd think it was a conference opponent that you've already seen once or twice on the season, not somebody you're facing for the first time. Curled in low, headed away by Ian. Off the volley, a lot of dangerous backspin, but punched away by Tim Bacchus. And now out for a goal kick.
This has turned into a pretty emotional game. FC Tulsa fans really bringing the energy here these last few minutes, but a lot of off the ball discussion, a lot of kind of extra shoving and kind of trying to establish your space, and the referee has had his work cut out for him tonight.
Back into the safekeeping, one of the most reliable keepers so far this year in the league, Anthony Siaha. 4 clean sheets, second in USL Championship play. Not tonight. FC Tulsa only one victory in their first 6 USL Championship matches here in 2026. Play allowed to resume here. But they've won 2 in a row. One thing that Luke Spencer had mentioned way back when in his soccer career, he talked about having a team of guys who are thumb pointers and not finger pointers, meaning that you're looking at yourself first and just constantly saying, how can I get better? How can I do my job better? Feels like that type of mentality allows you to survive stretches of difficulty that maybe you're not used to.
You're right, and that's something that this FC Tulsa organization is very intentional about, the type of player that they bring in. They want to make sure that they buy into that mentality and understand that how can I improve myself to be a part of the better collective? And that's why Luke Spencer has been so successful up to this point. I think it's easy to forget last year was his first year as head coach, and just the success that he brought and just the leadership style that he has.
They've got their sights set right now on their 4th consecutive win across all competitions and 3rd in championship play. Zion Saranga is getting set to make his FC Tulsa debut. Another player on this FC Tulsa team with local ties out of Oklahoma City, and signed on a USL Academy contract for 2026. The home debut and 2nd match overall. This home crowd gets their first look, much anticipated for Saranga. Comes on for Bailey Sparks. Fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 6 minutes of Tulsa Tech stoppage time added here in the 2nd half. First time at home in nearly a month. This crowd has been vocal and energetic all night, as they're used to in One Oak Field. So far, happy with the result. First half stoppage time penalty kick goal from Jamie Weber. And then in the 61st by Alonzo Clark from Bruno Lapa. Against one of the stingiest teams defensively in the league. 2-0 advantage right now. And this throw-in will belong to FC Tulsa as Grant Robinson, the newcomer, getting fired up. Certainly the expectation for him tonight was not to play as many minutes as he had. But Delence Pierre left early with an injury, and Robinson has answered the call, though. Curled in towards back post. Hit on the volley. Back across the face of goal. Robinson there again to head it away. Low into the box. Settled, hit first time, but right at Tembakis.
Hartford Athletic applying some really good pressure these last few sequences. Is this one here outside of the foot. Great decision for the quick shot there, but Tembakis brings that one in fairly easily as Hartford still pushing, still trying to break through here to cut their deficit in half.
Sometimes it's just the way that this game goes. The Hartford out shooting FC Tulsa 15-5 tonight as Jamie Weber authoritatively clears it away. And Engalina, who was down on the turf and Weber was barking at him. A little bit of a clip there with the toe. The question is, from the referee, is it enough to warrant anything? There was definitely some movement.
It's so hard in these scenarios because the emotions are so high. I think both players a bit at fault in their own regard there. I mean, it was a tough initial challenge, and then Weber baiting it just a bit.
Can't hold anything back now. Everyone getting forward. Anderson. And a goal kick. Opportunities running thin for the visitors here tonight. Keeper Siaha playing it near the edge of the 18. First time, Clark denies it away. Waning seconds. And Clark got shoved down in the box. Foul whistled against Hartford, and that might just do it. Tensions have been running firm throughout the course of this match. And a red has been issued. I believe to Samuel Carriaga.
There really has been just a lot of kind of extra going on off the ball, a lot of discussion, kind of a lot of chippy play. And you see Carriaga, number 10 here. Both players really going at it. It's hard to hear what was said there, who was instigated. But if it's a non-soccer play, referee in the middle of it.
And there's the final whistle. FC Tulsa in a return home after 4 weeks away. They fire up this home crowd and the fireworks with a 2-0 victory.
And from an FC Tulsa standpoint, I mean, what a feeling as a player when the emotions were high. There were high tensions throughout this game, but FC Tulsa, a really gritty performance. The first half wasn't their best, and they were able to find a way to get a goal heading into halftime. Momentum really started to shift, and then the game management as this game continued on in the second half. And Clark, as you see there, gets the insurance goal, and the celebrations from FC Tulsa. They're loving it.
That's for love of the teammates for sure. Yeah, there was nobody happier than the teammates for Alonzo Clark when he netted that first goal as a member of FC Tulsa. Let's take a look at our highlights from tonight's match. There was plenty of it.
Saw some words exchanged there. That's been a theme throughout this game, just a physical game, and it started early here with an opportunity from Scarlett off the post, and that really could have changed the dynamic of this game, but nonetheless not able to execute on it and continued to find chances. Hartford Athletic had a really good first half. They were constantly creating chances, owned most of the possession, and then off of a handball, and Jamie Weber able to execute for FC Tulsa, steps up, just sneaks this one into that far post. Keeper gets a touch, but not enough to punch it away. And FC Tulsa really tried to continue to manage the game, and ultimately were able to get the second goal to extend the lead. Lapa with a great ball across. Clark on the end with his first of the season for FC Tulsa. And FC Tulsa able to find a way to get it done at home in front of home fans. There were a lot of fouls, and there's continued to be some kind of pushing and shoving here at the close of this game. A lot of words exchanged.
Yeah, that tells the course of the tension tonight and the progression of it as it spilled over even to the end here. It seemed like everything was almost calmed down as they tried to exit, and then some things continued to get stirred up. Let's go to our final stats here for tonight. And you look at the shots here tonight, 16-5 in favor of Hartford.
And Hartford Athletic, they just were not able to execute and be productive in front of goal with all of the effort that they had. The shots, as you mentioned, 4 shots on target, owned most of the possession, but most of that in the second half, going back and forth, trying to find a way to break through. A lot of fouls there. You see the yellow cards there. There was a red card issued late in this game to Cariaga for Hartford Athletic. But the full-time stats, FC Tulsa, 2 goals are the key there as they walk away with the 3 points.
We'll take a timeout and come back for more from downtown Tulsa. FC Tulsa 2-0 final over Hartford Athletic.
Craving Southern fried chicken? At Waldo's, we make it from scratch and fry it to perfection. Load up on home-style sides or fresh, handcrafted salads. Grab your crew and get your fix at Waldo's Chicken and Beer.
You can feel it. In steady hands, in quiet rooms, in every, you're going to be okay. A beat shaped by 100 years of showing up in heart, brain, and trauma care. A place where advanced medicine meets the human heart. Because care isn't just a calling here. It's a promise we've kept for generations. Then, now, always. Ascension St. John.
Your Western Conference champs are back. After a historic playoff run, FC Tulsa is bringing the heat back to the 918 for all of 2026. Don't miss any of the thrilling goals and a world-class soccer experience in the heart of downtown. The 2026 season has already kicked off, so don't miss your chance to be a part of the hype. Single game tickets start at just $16 and packages start as low as just $130. Join the celebration and start winning with us at FCTulsa.com. Pro soccer for Tulsa. FC Tulsa.
When the guest list grows, call Waldo's Chicken and Beer to cater. Sandwiches, sides, and fresh salads packed and ready for meetings, corporate events, and parties. From box lunches to full catering spreads, we handle the food, you take the credit.
Final score 2-0 tonight. FC Tulsa gets the win. There's the man who had the game winner, Jamie Weber. Stoppage time in the first half, a penalty kick goal. That proves to be the difference. They added one for good measure. FC Tulsa will hit the road for one, but then they'll be right back home. They'll take on Las Vegas Lights FC next Saturday night, and then they're back home to face San Antonio FC again. That's a USL Cup Frinks Tires match, the third USL Cup match for FC Tulsa. And for Hartford, at the New York Cosmos, after coming back home, they'll place New Mexico United next weekend. And then it's 3 of their next 4 on the road, starting off with that USL Cup Round 3 matchup on the East Coast. We're joined now by the head coach, Luke Spencer, and a 2-0 victory tonight for FC Tulsa. Coach, it had to have been good to return home, but you guys came back here to One Oak Field with some serious momentum, winning your last 3 on the road.
Yeah, I think it was a good performance all the way around, a complete team performance. You know, I don't think we gave up much. We defended really, really well. We took advantage of our set piece opportunities, and apart from the start of the game, I thought we were really solid.
Coach, you've always talked about kind of the collective group and not an individual. Just talk about how that showed tonight with players stepping up.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of players out for one reason or another, and so the next player steps up. It's hard to even single out any players because it was a complete team performance, and even the guys on the bench are standing up, encouraging the guys playing, seeing them through at the end there. So really proud of the guys.
Coach, obviously just a really gritty performance, tensions high between these two teams, but talk about how proud you are of the guys for sticking with it and finding the 3 points.
Yeah, I think, we talk about playing with passion and giving everything that you have, and it was clear to see in the body language and just celebrating, defending, and I think the crowd gets involved because it's easy to back that, right? And I see players giving everything. It reflects in the community and the fans coming out, so we'll look to continue that.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
That's the head coach, Luke Spencer. FC Tulsa has won 4 consecutive now, 3 in USL Championship play, and they put together some quality results. And as you mentioned, Anna, they did it a full team performance here tonight. Yes, you're without some pieces. Yes, you're shorthanded, battling some things. Still got the job done.
And that's what it takes, and that's been the MO for Luke Spencer and his team. So clear that the passion was there, and they found a way to get it done and really electrified the home fans here at One Oak Field.
It was an exciting night for sure. There was fireworks in more ways than one. But now the black and gold getting to spend some time with the fans and show their appreciation. 2-0, your final score, FC Tulsa over Hartford Athletic. So glad we could bring you the coverage of this one. Jamie Weber has what's the game winner on that penalty kick late in the first half. FC Tulsa added another one for good measure. And a 2-0 shutout performance win for the defending Western Conference champions. For our entire crew and for Anna Berghall, Josh Haley saying thanks for being with us and good night from downtown Tulsa.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.